Hi, welcome again to the economic capsule under the Voice of Heidie Calero. During the past three capsules, we have been covering like 60 years of economic growth in a fascinating whodunit tale of Puerto Rico's economy. During the first 20 years, we saw the transformation, the glorious years of Puerto Rico's industrialization, economic growth. The only thing that we had to leave behind was poverty. People wanted to work, and there was the industrialization to provide the new jobs of the new economy. Then the next 20 years, we saw recessions like the first oil shock in 75 and then the second oil shock in 81, 82, 83. Difficult times, but Puerto Rico went ahead and really had the advantage of Section 936 of the U.S. tax code. Pharmaceutical companies coming to Puerto Rico, electronics, scientific instruments, really an upgrade in terms of manufacturing. Puerto Rico's growth, more of a discipline in terms of its public debt, and yet by the third next 20 years, the last ones we showed, then Puerto Rico's growth was stagnating. We saw changes which really our past becomes our present and our present becomes our future. 936 was ended in 1996, even though U.S. Congress said Puerto Rico's economy is going to hurt. But anyway, the government of Puerto Rico went ahead and said we don't need Section 936. Congress gave us 10 years as a phase-out period, which apparently we did not use wisely in order to engage in an economic strategy that would really help us for the next 20 years. And then we were hit with the negative growth. 2007, we started with this recession, and these next this period that we are covering now in this capsule is the 2013 through 2018. We have had negative growth, really the result of 2006 when the recession started, 2007, and we've been having negative growth. Notice here, this is the year of Hurricanes Irma and Maria, negative 4.7%. We had the construction, investment in construction, be it housing as well as industrial buildings, infrastructure, negative 16.6% annual growth. In terms of the private construction, negative 3.8% annual. So no, the driver of any economy is investment. That was not happening. Government jobs or total jobs less than 1%. We decline every year during this period. Government jobs, a driver below, especially in the last 20 years, not able to provide the jobs that were replaced by the private sector, 2% annual negative growth. The manufacturing jobs also negative, with manufacturing, especially after 936, declining, negative 1.3%. Public debt declining, not because Puerto Rico was not issuing public debt, because in 2015 the governor of Puerto Rico announced to the world that it could not pay its public debt service. So immediately, you know what it is? The financial markets closed, and then in 2016 we had PROMESA, this law that was approved by Congress, whereby Puerto Rico is now overseen by a fiscal oversight board, which has immense powers over Puerto Rico, its legislature, the executive branch, and certainly the future economic growth of Puerto Rico. You see the growth then was negative 2.4% annually, so declining every year during this period of 2013 and 18. But notice what's going to happen in this next decade through 2024, and these are the forecasts of this Fiscal Supervisory Board of PROMESA. Negative growth or anemic growth of negative 0.9%, 0.2% growth, 0.1%, 0.5%. This really is the equivalent. By 2024, we will have the real GNP of 1997. Almost 2.5 decades of economic growth lost. In our next capsule, we are going to summarize all the lessons that we have learned through these past almost 7 decades. The indictment on economic growth, what policies worked, what lessons need to be learned, because after all, our present is also the prelude of our future. Thank you.